Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend, where I have had to replay the turn. I just loaded the game from the autosave at the beginning of turn 106 and replayed it because the save I made at the end of the previous episode was bugged and the turn counter would not advance. I hit end turn and just waited for 10 minutes, and the AI was like, no, we're still making decisions. It's kind of like playing with three me's. You know, oh man, is this the right plan? Is that the right plan? Let's sit here and waffle back and forth for a while. So, I want to talk about... Oh, we should probably pop all of our boosters again, right? I want to talk about this. Look at this. First of all, obviously, the final point on this graph is incorrect. There's no way that blue was producing 35,000 dust last turn, and not even 3,500 dust this turn. There's something that is not recalculated correctly upon load. I'm sure we'll see that. These lines jump back up when we hit end turn. But blue is at 64% of an economic victory here, and I think it's pretty clear that no matter what I do, blue is going to win quickly. We don't really have a significant part in this victory. So, I think we're not going to count this as a real win. At the end of the game, it's going to be like, hey, you did the thing, but really all we did was be allied with blue at the moment of blue's victory by themselves. So, I do want to play a couple more turns here because I want to actually carry out the attack on pink and see how that would have run. But I think that we need to chalk up a real victory with the Vaulters. We can count this as like half. This is like half a victory. I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you what. After this, we'll play another Vaulter game. We'll do our best, and if we end up winning the game by getting carried to a victory from an ally again, then that plus this will count as a whole win. How about that? But I really want to try to, like, earn it myself. Okay, red just got on the first victory technology. That's very embarrassing for them. Getting outscienced by both of the Roving Clan players. I mean, so am I, obviously, but that's my whole point. My whole point is this is an embarrassing way to quote-unquote win a game. So, I need to wait for blue to get out of my way here. Shame. We can get into the water right now, but probably best I just follow in the other army's footsteps because we are a lot slower when we are in water. So we will formally declare war on pink in a few turns here. Apparently can't quite reach that ruin. I guess we'll just chill in our territory then. We can teleport the Titan over. Also, man, game is chugging very, very hard under the weight of pink and blue's impressiveness, I think. Suppose replacement marines are probably the smartest thing to build. And over here, man, I do not even know. Could just be more ships. Honestly, it could be like watchtowers because leave me alone and stop asking. What is happening now? I've been spied on. Pink is continuing to decrease the population of Ranf. What a bunch of jerks. You are in the only place you can afford to be in. You can come over here and get that ruin. Try to avoid the sea monster as best you can. Alright, so we have a lot of our army techs. Let's just roll up on the cultist city. I want to see if we can take pink at this point in the game. Do I have open borders with them currently? Yes, okay. I didn't want to have to declare war before making landfall, because obviously they have ships, and our poor transports will get torn apart. So, what went wrong this game? Well, one thing is, I had a hard time figuring out what the right strategy was. It would be tempting and easy to say that the problem was that I waffled back and forth on strategy a lot. But the problem isn't really the indecisiveness so much as not being able to figure out what to be decisive toward, right? If I had just picked a strategy and went with it, and it would have been the wrong strategy, we would have had a considerably worse result here, right? If we had declared war on blue, and it turned out that that war was not viable, we'd just be dead instead of sort of kind of half winning. I'm worried that it might be stuck Okay, well, everybody's marked as ready except Pink. I guess we'll give this a second. It may be the case that Pink is so terrified of the attack that they see coming here that they're not willing to let the game move forward. They think, ah, Organic, I see your weakness. I can just wait you out. Eventually, you'll die of old age, and I'll just be here, beautiful and shiny and chrome. And I haven't watched Fury Road in a while. That probably needs to get remedied tonight. Okay, it kind of seems like it's stuck. This is basically what was happening trying to advance from the last save. Well, this is an unfortunate bug, and I'm assuming I'm not going to be able to save. Oh no, it totally lets me save. Alright. We're going to create a save here for diagnostic purposes, just in case that's necessary. And then, I guess let's just start the new game. Half a victory. Calling that 0.5 of a victory. If you squint a little bit, that rounds up to 1, but we're not accepting it. We're going to try again. So, fix the player colors. I do wish that there was a way to set what you want the default player colors to be. That aside, let's just get right back in here. So, a lack of decisiveness, a lack of ability to figure out what plan to decisively follow. I need more information on what is happening in other players' empires, and I need it faster. There's a couple of ways that we can get that. Number one, espionage can be very helpful. You can know a lot more about what is happening in a player's empire if you get a spy in there, and then you get their vision, or honestly, even just having a spy in their empire can tell you some things. You can be keeping track of their tech progress to some degree by watching the build queue of the city the spy is in. Another way of having a better idea of what's going on with players is to just like have a stealth unit, like hire a Forgotten, and instead of making them a spy, have them stealth around in the other player's territory so that you can see what they're doing. But for the most part, we have to deduce things about the other empires from secondary evidence, right? But I need to have a better idea of what the geopolitical situation is earlier in the game. Also, it would be good if I played a little bit better in the early going and didn't get our units killed so much. This looks like a heck of a start right here. Let's create ourselves another save. Walters, one more time. Walters, let's try that one more time. Turn 1. Okay, here we go. So, that is very difficult for me to imagine this is the wrong settle. Also, I believe that the Earthspine and the Mycordia are plus approval. Actually, so's the Wizard Stone. A city put down here is immediately fervent. Boy, what a good region! And it's not just food and industry forest, it's the kind of forest that has some science in it too, so we even get to benefit from our extra points of resources. We can build towards some Earth Spines or towards some more Mycordia. We get to start coastal. This is very compelling. Alright, we're going to send this guy out this way. We can have our hero search the ruin here. Okay, well, that's an ominous beginning. But yeah, this looks very good to me. 10, 12, 22, 5 with 30 approval. Is this the best starting tile we've ever had? It's probably top 3. Oh no, this isn't actually coastal. This is inland water. Still, this is very good. And I do think this is a better location than this one, because there's a fair amount of extra industry in this direction. It starts us closer to the other Mycordia. Yeah, that's a good... It's a shame that's not real ocean, but in every other way, this is just fantastic. So let's get that stuff down. I would like to be able to speak to the minor civilizations. 29 science output here. Ridiculous. Well, if I don't win this one, we're going to play a different faction for a while, and I will come back to the Vaulters when I can get my brain running again. If I pull this guy off food, it looks like it will add a turn to our next settler, or our next citizen birth. I'm comfortable going for the 2-turn food, and we'll refigure after that. Who has a point of movement left? The hero has movement left. I guess we'll go this way. And just kind of fan out here. Our home region is plus science haunts. That's interesting. The haunt unit is actually pretty interesting, too. It's a very expensive unit, but flying, and it has chain lightning. So, wait. Do they have chain lightning? I might be thinking the Kapaku unit has chain lightning, right? I remember the haunt unit being very good. Alright, we'll get 15 glass steel for assimilating a minor faction. Let us see what lies around us here. We have a Sisters of Mercy village. Oh, right, I can talk to them. We should talk to them. I'm not used to being able to do that on turn 2. Turn to this village when you are ready to give them 50 dust. I'm ready to give you 50 dust. Let's do it. They want me to bring 5 titanium to another village. So we could get lucky and just find that in a ruin somewhere. Oh wow, look at this. Black soil along a river near a forest. That's compelling. Let's have a chat with these guys too. Hopefully they'll be reasonable. They would like 8 titanium. Everybody wants titanium today. Okay, and out here is actual ocean. So I'm a little disappointed that I didn't get real coastal start, but in order to get real coastal start, I would have had to have given up being able to be fervent from the very beginning of the game, which is not acceptable. Not a trade-off I am willing to make. Hopefully the reasons for that are fairly obvious. So it looks like our home region does not have titanium. We can get glass steel running pretty quickly, but we're going to have to settle another region or get really lucky with ruin searches in order to get enough titanium to satisfy the quests that we've been given. Little disappointing that they both turned out to be for the same resource. Oh, I didn't look at our legendary deeds. Let's do that. Let's finish moving this unit and then do that. So, today it is activate 4 luxury boosters to get 130 emeralds and pacify 8 villages. We have a shot here. The fact that these first couple of quests don't play well together is going to make it more difficult, but it could happen. Alright, so somebody just settled that region. Which means that we have a little bit of pressure on us here. Is that ocean over there? I can't get tooltips for it. We might be on a pretty narrow landmass, I'm thinking. Alright, come on, show me good stuff. Glass steel is not the good stuff. Man, I hope the player we started next to isn't necrophages. Really, really hope. Okay, within 5 turns, search that ruin. Yeah, you guys can turn around to get Breakwall. That's fine. I do enjoy Breakwall. Okay, seeing another river with black earth near it. This is going to be like a powerful flurry of settling map, it looks like. There's a lot of food available. Not having great luck with these ruins, though. Have the hero turn around, because this guy's going to come up and reveal all this stuff, so the hero can work this way. I don't know if we want to meet purple just yet. Probably put the mill foundry in front of that. And at this point, I think I want to industry focus until we get the mill foundry done. And we'll circle back around and figure out what we want to do after that. So, we're 9 to 29 turns away from winter. I think we want to make some settlers pretty quickly, though, which means that cultivation is not super compelling. Let's grab Mercenary Market right now, because we are going to have a couple of turns here where we are not able to build anything new. Some stuff in the queue that matters a lot. And we may do the, we may hold off on the library, actually, and do the Mill Foundry into Settler thing that we often do, because some of this terrain is bananas. Look at that. If you were to settle here, you get both of the, you get both of those black earths along the river. There's not a lot of industry, but man, that's a lot of food. Okay, 5 titanium. I think we should probably pacify this region's villages, and we can pacify our home region, you know, the old-fashioned way. Where is that other village? I don't actually see it. So it's over here or over there. Okay. There's actually just quite a bit of space to work with. We don't have to worry about pink completely settling us off the way blue did last time, but we still have to be competitive. Man, we're tearing through the research. We're gonna need Alchemist Furnace, we're gonna need Empire Mint, we're gonna need Sewers, and then one more. Topography is obviously very good. Aquapulvistics is interesting because we have a couple of compelling river starts around us. I don't know. We'll make this decision later. I've already got Vortex queued up. I don't need to do any more than that. So yeah, we're probably just going to pacify our home region village through violence. Man, what is with all of the Black Earth? This is the most fertile continent I've ever seen. Let's start by looking down here. The reason I want to do it this way is I want to kind of circle this guy back up. Oh, lust for loot. Okay, 15 titanium. It turns out we're going to get to do this any way we want. So, now this guy wants to come home because we want to have this guy move toward that ruin and have the hero teleport to him, which means this dude's on the hook for pacifying the haunt. Five more glass steel. You know what? We are actually going to be rich enough with resources here that we could try to go for an early megapole. I'm not sure if that's actually a good idea or not. Do I want to pop the glass steel? Kind of do. Glass steel's the one that's more replaceable. And we just be making some extra money here through these early turns. I didn't actually read what that quest was. Sorry. What did you guys want? You want dyes. Okay. Let's pin Lust for Loot so that I can keep track of the ruins. We don't see any... Yeah, there's no masonry or anything. Oh, nope, never mind. We can, in fact, see that purple is Wildwalkers. Okay, that's interesting for us. It's a bad thing in many ways. Wildwalkers tend to be very, very fast builders, and they can get aggressive. Also, their basic unit is a ranged unit, and it has more range than our basic unit. So, that said, I think their units have considerably worse stats than ours do, especially when you take Technolover into account. So we might be able to try Tier 2 weapons push. And if we can get a hold of their cities, they're going to have great stuff in them, because they're so good at building. I'm pretty sure we don't want to warp the hero back just yet. Actually, no, that's probably not true. Here, let's get this ruin searched. I guess I should wait until next turn. My plan here is we're going to talk to this village. We're going to have this guy move one space. I don't know, we'll move to here. I was trying to maximize our movement, but I guess it doesn't matter. So we'll talk to this village after we warp the hero over, but I'm trying to maximize hero XP, because this early in the game it can matter a lot. And you are coming home. Somebody's got to pacify all these villages. It's an interesting start. I think it's a strong one. I'm going to cut the public library from the queue. We get one more citizen born and then get the settler out. Do I need both citizens on food? Yes, I do. Okay. So I would really like to get Etmus if we can, especially since it's going to be... I want the dyes, I want the super high food starting location, and we know that the population here is going to be pacified already, so it will grow very quickly. I don't think this location where I really want to settle is quite within range of Merowan's garrison. So we're not going to get the we're not going to get the bonus to our defensive ability, but still, like, look at all the food there. The city's not going to be able to do anything right away while we're really low on industry, but at some point we're going to have so many points of population here, we just move them all over to industry and it becomes a powerhouse. And I think we have to take this quickly if we want it. So we move you to here. 1 point of movement left. It'll be like slightly inefficient. Show me something easy? Okay. That may or may not happen. There's no penalty to stepping up here to see what's up here. Oh man, I could delay. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna delay the hero warp one more turn. You only have 1 point of movement left anyway. We're not really losing anything here. I want to search that ruin. It's possible that I am trying to maximize my hero's XP gain a little too much. Oh, right. I forgot to move the citizens back over to industry. Okay, well, it seems not to have affected the number of turns that it's going to take for us to get that. So we have a lot of lakes on this map, it looks like. There's a lot of inland water. Oh, good. 5 titanium. Just what I needed. Teleport you over to here. Sweet Vaulter teleportation technology that everybody has a little bit of. Locate a Gorin village in Errol and destroy it. For 15 titanium. Oh hey, more titanium. How did the game know exactly what I wanted? Well, we're certainly doing alright on XP here. This is kind of a lot of XP for turn 9. You... Oh, I guess I should have moved here. Because of the cliff, right? I guess we'll be able to talk to them next turn no matter what. So once we've settled this... This is still up for grabs. This is competitive. Sondir is competitive. I'd like to get Sondir, if we can, to keep them off of it. But Buildwan and this stuff up here is probably good for us. This is probably pretty safe for us to get. I'm going to be honest with you. I am cautiously optimistic about our chances of dealing with purple, provided we can get our feet underneath us. I'm also kind of hoping that we'll get a bunch of dust from Lust for Loot here, because we already have the marketplace tech. 15 dies, I guess, is okay. We already have the marketplace tech, and I would love to be able to actually buy something, and I would love it if we would stop getting titanium as rewards for stuff. Alright, the next ruin is over there. That's a little bit of a bummer, because it means we probably have to get close enough to purple to meet them. We should probably talk to this village before we leave. I know it's going to slow us down a little bit, but I would love it if we could get tactical training. Alright, so we get them flipped. We definitely have enough titanium to get the sisters, which have a village right here. I'm going to head down the coast of Etmus like this, but it's possible that this would be a more efficient route, because there might be a connection here. It might also be the case that they just come close enough to each other that there's only a single tile of water between them. I guess we'll find out. So we're working on Empire Mint now. Next turn, Marijuana produces the settler. We should probably... I mean, I might just go straight to another settler, right? It's a little bit non-ideal. But if we want to try to deny purple access to territory, it might be worth doing. I don't know. Let's finish the one settler and we'll make that decision in a moment. Okay, colonize our region to pacify us. Well, that might happen. It's not impossible. Ooh, look at all the food over here. Botanical garden next to a hidden spring. We've generated a lot of anomalies here. Oof, that's going to be a bit of a trip. It's a shame there's not more stuff you can research in the first era that you can get benefit from without having to build things. It's hard for me to imagine that there's any settle that's better than this one, right? So early city is going to be really, really powerful. Or sorry, it's going to be really, really populous eventually, which is the same thing as really, really powerful. We do have to decide now, do I want to just go nuts? We're pretty good producers here. We're not going to know much about this region by the time that settler is done. In fact, we will know basically nothing. So, do I actually want to take this? See, the thing is, my thinking here is, if we take Sondir, it makes Buildwan and Yurunqua, which is a name I've never seen for a region before, perfectly safe. There's no way Purple gets these, right? The only thing they might do is like go all the way to Urino. They will very rarely just settle on the landmass on the other side of you. It does happen sometimes, but it's very rare. And I think Etmus is valuable enough that it's the first take. And then we take Sondir to deny them. It's not nearly as good, although a settle here is fine with the Black Earth and all the river tiles. Yeah, it's only fine though, huh? Not a lot of high industry stuff, and even this settle is not high food. It's okay food. Maybe that's not worth doing. Maybe taking that just to deny it to them is not worth doing. Build one is not showing us a lot of stuff. Man, settle right there is... a settle right there is pretty high food. Is that 20 food right off the bat? Maybe we even just do that. I don't really want to invite them to build into our shape, but Settle in Sondir is not exciting. I think we're going to go for the Settler. I'm going to go nuts. We're going to have no Empire plan the first era, but that was already probably true because we want to spend influence bringing one of our minor factions online as quickly as possible for our quest. And hopefully we'll get to the part of our faction quest that wants us to take a city before we end up at war with Purple. So actually, you know what? The Settler can finish the quest for us. This guy can go down this way and start finding out about some new stuff. Build a city in a new region within 5 turns. For 15 emeralds. Okay, I think I can do that. This is another Haunts region. Let's hope that it's not as tiny as it looks like it might be, because if this is like a 3-village region, then assimilating Haunts is really powerful. Also, check this out. I love these guys, the Weaver Worms. They're not one of the better anomalies in terms of actual output. I just think they're really cool. How cool they are. Alright, yep, so all's well. We have now pacified 3 minor faction villages. We have a quest running that is going to fire or not here in Urino, which will give us up to an additional 3. Like, we're honestly making pretty good progress here. I think there's a real chance we get tactical training. What was the quest we had from these guys? Oh, right, the Gorons in some region. I'm assuming down here, probably. That's inconvenient. We probably won't get that. Is there anything I want to do before we settle? No, not really. Now, this region does have a lot of value as a place where we can get titanium. Sondir does not have any strategics and has a luxury that I don't really like that much. It is not a high-value region. Except strategically. Strategically might be good enough, though. Okay, that did finish. How many villages did it give us? That was a 1-village region, unfortunately. And this finished, so now we have 15 emeralds, which we don't need to pop because it's not actually going to get us anywhere. Alright, next turn we'll be good on that. Might meet Purple here, which would be a little unfortunate. I don't actually know whether you accumulate diplomatic modifiers with somebody before you meet them. It's possible that Purple is already mad at us without knowing who we are, due to the settle. There are some monsters in this region, and if we defeat them, we will get a whole bunch of wine. That's interesting. I want a whole bunch of wine. We might, yeah, we might go over there for that. That mist definitely needs to get a mill foundry going, and you know what? This seems like an okay thing to just buy here. Although, can I pull... I can't pull everybody off and still get 1 turn birth. No, I gotta do this. Heroes are pretty cheap at the beginning of the game. It is not impossible that we could just get lucky a couple of times and be able to hire one of these roving clan heroes. Although neither one of them are spectacular. So I'm weighing the mill foundry versus that. I think I'm just going to buy the mill foundry out. Those heroes not being very good. Well, you know what? We're going to see a new batch of heroes in 3 turns, though. No, let's do this. We're going to stay on this for 1 turn, produce the new point of population, then transfer over to industry, try to rush through the mill foundry. Hopefully we will get there. God, I hope this is a 3-village region. For a whole bunch of reasons, really. Okay, next ruin is down there. It is 10 Moonleaf that we will get. Moonleaf is awesome. 10 is not as awesome. Settler. Well, we're still doing very well on science, so I think probably an Empire Mint is the next thing we build. Settler comes up, and I think does just go to Sundir. I think the value of denying purple to settle is good enough. The question is, where do we want to put down? This location has 6 industry, 10 food, quite a lot of science, a fair amount of dust. Gives us more river to build into. Yeah. It's okay. Is that a 1-village region? Ah, it looks like it probably is. This could be a village. The thing is, these guys wanted dyes, right? And we just got some dyes. So we can make this happen. It might be worth making that happen. And, you know, if I'm going to assimilate the haunts, which it looks like I definitely am, I may as well do it now and get our quests moving. Okay, you... heading down here in the general direction of that ruin. What I would like to do is have both of my armies over there to fight that, which it looks like we're going to be able to do. So I want to pacify those haunts, and I really want 15 wine right now. You guys all refocus on industry, get that mill foundry done. We could get a dust eclipse before winter. In fact, speak of the devil. So it is entirely possible that we will be able to afford a hero really early here. Also, our hero is leveling up very quickly, which I love. Lust for Loot is so good. It's so nice to get an early Lust for Loot. Got our 15 glass steel. Build 2 new strategic resource extractors within your empire. You know what? I am eager to do so. Over here we have some Dogeshi. What do you guys want? They want me to enter Technology Era 2 within the next 10 turns. I can fairly guarantee that that will happen. In fact, we need to pick the last tech now. So, it's... no, what am I talking about? It's definitely food. We may not actually build those buildings right away, but we should absolutely get that tech. So, which side of the mountain do I try to go around? I guess I try to go around this side. This isn't going to give us as much new information. Oh, man, I wish I'd gone that way now. This isn't going to give us as much information, but it gets us closer to that ruin. Sea sparkles, come on. Yes, temple ruins. In fact, we are near 2 temple ruins. Okay, this can wait a couple of turns. This is going to be really good for us in the eclipse. So a dust eclipse starting on the turn where the new stuff is purchasable is pretty great. New heroes, rather. Alright, so we got ourselves 10 Moonleaf. The final ruin is back near the capital. And we got ourselves 90 dust. And we got ourselves the quest to get augmented extractors. That's very good. That's very good in a whole bunch of different ways. This Moonleaf is hopefully going to be useful at some point. The glass deals run out. We probably should reactivate it, right? again, we actually have glass steel mining available to us. I want to be using titanium, but it's probably not the right thing to do right now. Okay, so we'll head in this direction over here. A movement conflux, wow. This is, we're getting lucky here. Okay, so 80 dust, 40 dust, 90 dust, and 40 dust. Let's have a quick look at the hero marketplace. I see a Strikes Far. Very difficult to be upset about Strikes Far on turn 16. What else do we have access to here? We actually may end up buying 2 governors, depending on the results of that other temple ruin we're moving toward. So we have Influence Boost 2 on a Draken, Dust Efficiency 2 on a Broken Lord. It is worth noting that Broken Lords are particularly good with Vaulters because of Mining Authority. Mining Authority increases the flat output of your resource deposits, which then does get multiplied by the Winter Holy Resource Mining bonus. So you can get a lot of your Holy Resource if you're smart about it. Bazi Safar Bahas is Dust Boost 1 on a Roving Clan. Science Boost 1 on an Alayi. The Alayi tree is not super great for governing, but it is worth noting that they have, here it is. This skill, which reduces pearl building costs in your cities. Pearls are a fairly limited resource, so reductions in building costs can be meaningful. However, to take full advantage of it, you often have to have the hero bounce around from city to city. It's not entirely awesome. Who else? Asala Arca with Science Boost 2 on that wonderful Ardent Mage's body, which has Renaissance Thinker and Scientific Literacy and Firestarter. Pretty good. Ipsawacha with Industry Efficiency 2, that's a strong one. Lorekeeper Lacospasar with Influence Boost 1, probably not our dude. Science Efficiency, Science Boost 3, Pex Care is interesting. It's got to be Strikes Far right now, though, right? All that food and industry is not something I think we can pass up. And I'm going to put him to work immediately in Etmis. Etmis needs to get huge and awesome, because it is definitely on the front line of a future conflict. And then you head back over this way, and let's make some friends out of those haunts up there. We might be really, really aggressive with our settles. Oh, you should definitely grab that on your way up here. Oh, never mind. This just turned purple. Well, okay. Still grab that, and then we'll redirect you in another direction. Marijuana should produce a sewer. Honestly, that probably takes precedent over the public library. And then at some point, we do need to get the glass steel extractor up. So I think at this point now, build 1 is high priority. Now that purple has already taken this. And fortunately, our location here is not too far from Marijuana. It's less important with this faction, obviously, that our cities are close together, but there is still some benefit in terms of just, like, army mobility. It's way easier to defend 2 cities that are close together, especially from, like, multiple attacks that might come from any direction. If you have to teleport around, you're committing all of your movement to do so. So there are still some downsides, even though we can literally teleport. Alright, let's see what we get. I should probably actually move the settler first. Trying to make sure we don't get eaten by purple. Another 80 dust. Beautiful. We're headed to here. And actually, we haven't gotten a quest from these guys yet. Search the unspoiled ruins here with a hero. Okay, we can probably teleport our hero over there at some point in the near future. No dust from that one, just 10 titanium. Alright, I would love to get 15 wine. Do I want to just merge up? Do you have actual army stuff? You do, right? Yeah, defense boost too. Yeah, it makes sense for us to merge up here. Okay, it was Kazanji. That's unfortunate. We do get the wine right away for searching the ruin, which is nice. We're just gonna hit that button. And then We have to pop 4 luxury boosters for this. We are going to pop our other luxury boosters, but we'll wait until we're right about to settle the city before we do that. Alright, I'm not happy about these being Kazanji. That makes this fight a lot more likely to kill somebody. They have 2 movement. Being up on the cliff doesn't help us too much. I guess we get the bonus attack for being above them. Let's start here, maybe? Just thinking we can, like, fall back to there. So this guy moves to here, or here. Or I guess if I put you here, he might move this way. All of that's fine. None of that's really scary. I'm trying to figure out how we move our hero forward, because I want my hero to be the one who's taking the damage, right? So you move to one of these spaces. We move the Marines back this way. It's tough not knowing where he's going to go. He has too many options. Because if he moves to here, then moving a unit to here denies us range. Let's say you want to go there. That can hit any of those locations. You want to go to here and be hopeful. And you... Oh, you actually can't run far enough forward. Shoot, my plan was to have the hero end up here. But obviously there's a cliff and stuff. Well, not ideal. Okay, that guy did move to a location where everybody's actually going to get to shoot him, though, which is nice. The reason this is not ideal is that we're a little vulnerable to chain lightning in this circumstance. Ah, that sucks. It would be really cool if you guys could separate from him a little bit. Or separate from her. Oh, never mind. He's going after the Marines anyway. That's probably smart. Okay, we're not going to lose anybody, though, it looks like, which is good. And that's got us pacified. Which is... Nope, that was a 1-village region. That is a real shame. Well, we should still get it, but I'm disappointed. Now the question... How do we want to... What do we want to do with our hero? I kind of want to take our hero over to here and do the Eyeless Ones quest for them, because that gives you some free units and stuff. We will not get this quest done, to be clear, in time to actually pacify the village for tactical training, because you have to, after you get those units, you have to use them a bunch and then return them to the village. So we're at 5? What are my quests here? Pacifying the Saratans, not very good. That was a 1-village region. Do we see any 3-village regions? It kind of seems like they're all smaller. Yeah, I don't know. We may have a hard time getting this due to the lack of 3-village regions that we've happened across. Alright, so Fast Guy, you should separate again and go do Fast Guy stuff. Search all of the ruins. We should reassign the hero... Where the hero pop out of Buildwan when it goes down next turn, I guess? So what do I want to do with this other army? I guess we should probably finish exploring that region, huh? Okay. Getting some important stuff built here. And it looks like we'll be putting down our 3rd city this turn, now that we picked up a movement conflux on our settler. So, since that's the case, I want to pop some more of our boosters. Sewer systems are probably a good idea. Get the dye extractor going. That village was probably destroyed. I will say I'm not wild about the long, thin country that we have here. Like, we have a lot of border space with our potential enemy. Has a way of turning out poorly. Wait. Remember to do the things. Try to keep our approval level as high as possible here through these settles. 20 food. Yeah, there are elements of that I really like. Oh, I forgot to buy another governor. Although, honestly, probably new governor for the new city makes sense. Although, I suppose if we're doing Ipsawacha, we want Ipsawacha in a place where the population's already good. That said, he could help this new city grow. Because the new city doesn't necessarily need to keep people on food. Yeah, alright. So, capital population is growing a little bit more slowly than I would like. I pull people onto food. Yeah, I guess let's finish focusing through these buildings. We want to get the public library up at least. So we've fallen below Fervent, but just a little bit. When the sewer finishes in Atmos, it'll fix that. Atmos can stay pretty industry-focused. If we were going to go for something like this, it would make sense to move Ipsawacha to Atmos to do it, probably. In fact, swapping Strikes Far over to here, yeah, having them be in the opposite alignment actually was probably the right move. Well, we can fix that in a few turns. Ipsawacha needs some time, but he'll be able to swap soon. So I'm going to unassign our hero. And then form a new army on the city of Buildwan. Grab this movement conflux. Okay, over here we have an Erisys village, so we can go and visit them. Alright, so they gave us two level 1 eyeless ones. We have to get them to level 2 and then come back to the village. That is, let's say, unlikely to occur. But we can use them to run around and explore. I don't really want them to talk to this village. I want the hero to do the village talking. Oh wait, that connects through. We should probably continue up in that direction. You need to search stuff for me. We're going to run down here and try to find ourselves another temple ruin before the end of the eclipse. Looks like we may not be so lucky. Your next empire plan, don't put any influence in the military ministry. Got it. But set the economy and population ministry to level 1. Oops, that's not happening. Simply do not have the resources for that. So these are ocean tiles. They have proper weather. But there's another landmass, or maybe more of the same landmass, right over here. I'm not exactly sure what the situation is. This is weird. I'll probably turn this stuff off for the moment. So what else do we need to look at? This is more land. I should probably see what the situation is over here, because it looks like this region is a pretty likely settle for us. Oh, right, I forgot. We're not actually done with Lust for Loot. That said, this reward is pretty good, actually. I totally spaced on the fact that we had another Lust for Loot left. And Petrov Judith, unfortunately, is now on reassignment cooldown. That said, if the if the Dust Eclipse holds, we can still make it. It's not going to. It's not going to last 3 more turns. Oh, well. Oh, I am hemorrhaging dust. That's fine. Hemorrhaging dust is okay here. But we need to not go broke. So I could just sell a unit. We do have access to that part of the marketplace, although you have to be in a friendly unit, or in a friendly region, so no, actually I cannot do that. We can just devote some cities to dust for a moment. Devote part of this city to dust until we're out of the woods here. The sewer will help. Well, the Dust Eclipse hasn't ended yet. I'm gonna go for this. We'll see if we can make it. And since apparently we are we're running real hard with our hero, we'll just go ahead and talk to these guys. Return to this village with an army that contains 3 minor faction units. What a shame. So close. Okay, please let me have one more turn of Dust Eclipse. Please, please, please. Nothing, huh? That's unfortunate. Oh, hey, this actually is a 3-village region. Interesting. Yeah, it'd be really nice if we had one more turn of Dust Eclipse. Nope, not quite that lucky. That's a shame. Well, we know that we are not... Oh good, another Vaulter. We know that we are not making an Empire plan happen, because our Empire plans are very expensive due to all of this settling. I guess you're just backing off. We've hit Era 2, which made some people pretty happy. We are now at 7 villages. We're still pretty likely to get that. At this point, just any village pacified by force will get us there. So we have to figure out where we think we can get away with that. Okay, spices. This is a good region. We need to settle this region. Grab something over here. Come on. Something cool. You know, 50 dust is okay. So, we have a bunch of titanium. We don't actually have any titanium mining up. What I'm thinking is that this is the situation where ordinarily we would start researching alchemical alloys and then just like try to gear up for war with purple. I think that probably is still what I do, but I don't know how sustainable our war push is going to be. We need to have this region. Yeah, it's going to be weird. Definitely going to be weird. So where do I think I can take a village by force is a good question. This has 1 turn left on it, yeah, so we're not going to get that. Well, these two can unite and we can just... I'm still going to head in this direction. These two can unite and we can just get in a fight somewhere. I think we pacified them. I don't know, we'll find something. That's going to be my plan for that. We're holding just barely positive on dust for the moment. Obviously, getting the Empire Mint finished will be very helpful as well. We can afford to just lose some money here. Alright, so Empire Mint in 3 turns with only 2 people devoted to dust. I think that's probably the right way to do that. We have another couple of ruins down here we can search. The nearest unpacified village is this boss village over here. Boss are not a super fun fight with Vaulters. Yeah, I'm not overjoyed about that. Oh, and it's about to be winter. Okay, yep, we didn't get Lust for Loot. That is that failure is a known quantity. Actually have some Ursus spawned over here, so I probably need to get out of here after searching that. We can explore later. You guys. What can you guys do that would be useful? Honestly, not very much. I guess there's there's still quite a bit of territory in Builduan that we never explored. That can be what they do. There might be ruins and stuff up there. There's also a Kazanji village, and we could take a couple of Kazanji. Yeah, maybe that's the plan. We have both of the Marines and the hero run that way. How many turns are you on your assignment cooldown? 2? Oh, I guess while we're here, just so I don't forget, We can equip Breakwall right now. It has no dust cost, so... Yeah, I think this is what we're doing. That's a long time to wait. We may or may not actually get tactical training here, but you gotta go for it at least. So once we have Kadora, we have enough strategic resource extractors to at least think about a war. Maybe. Yeah, it's not great, is it? I was really hoping to get the titanium boost going before winter started. It's pretty non-ideal. Also, winter is going to slow down our approach here. Oh, hey. Enemies, cool. This is a bad time for winter. Sewer has gotten us back to Fervent, although that will be the case for only 5 more turns. Yeah, it's a situation. Things look okay now. They will look less okay soon. Run from the Gorin! Well, that's that village we're supposed to destroy for the quest. I am being attacked. I guess I hadn't actually laid in orders for them. That's weird. That's 9 pearls. If we turn around, we lose these units. Which will, to be fair, will ease our dust problems a little bit. And that's 9 pearls. We should probably try to hold on to them, though. The Gorin don't seem to actually be that interested in attacking me directly, which is strange. Try to go this way, I guess. Maybe search the ruin before they can kill us. We might be able to make it out of the top of the region. Got our Empire Mint up, working on the dye extractor. Build wand is still... Alright, we're doing okay here. Purple hasn't expanded too much more. Not actually sure. Do those eyeless ones, they have movement orders, right? Yeah, okay. Obviously here we have to just retreat. 70 dust was a good find. We are not going to be able to get away from these guys. They are going to be able to kill me if they want. Also, we may as well equip our hero here. I'm thinking we might be able to do something. If I bring the hero down here, because we can teleport her now, right? Yeah, she's off cooldown. So we can bring the hero down here. And we'll have an extra point of movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. They can still move to catch us, but maybe they won't. And if they do, we might have a better chance of surviving it. That said, where the hero is now... Nope. 1 space too short to reach the village. Oh, that would be that would not be true anymore if I equipped a movement trinket, but these are pretty expensive to retrofit. Not sure if I want to do that. We're pretty negative on cash right now. We could try to go for a Megapole. There's some version of that works. Like, Atmos has a chance. If we swap the Lords, get the big industry efficiency boost. We move everybody here back to industry. And then we have to take care of the dust in the other cities. But getting a Megapole on the edge of Purple's territory would definitely give us an advantage as far as producing the troops that we need to win that war. It might be worth going for, honestly. Especially since we're fervent right now. Like, right now we're getting the best industry bonus we are going to get anytime soon. And maybe... No, there's not really anything we could get here that would be very helpful on that front. Yeah, I might go for that. You know what? I'm going to sit here and consider it a bit. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you played the previous save and you want to tell the story of how your game went, feel free to do that in the comments below. I love to hear that stuff. Also, if you want to talk about how this game is going for you so far, if you're playing along with this one, feel free to do that as well. Come back next time on Monday to see how we deal with the encroaching Wildwalkers. And we'll see you then.